want me to be? Do you want me? Do you want me to be on camera? Or should I be?
It's up to you, man. It's up to you. I mean,
maybe I don't know. I don't know. Should I be off camera or on camera? I mean, yeah, I'll be behind the camera. I've always been behind the camera.
So hey, you ready?
Yep.
We're rolling.
Rolling and ready to go.
Hello, everyone. I'm Pat Sear behind the camera. My brother Dan Sear. Say what up, Dan. We're trying a new thing here. We're gonna do this little webisode thing called Cyrious Business. It's kind of gonna follow us around and you know, show what we do. You know, racing cars. Building cars at the shop. We're always kind of doing some cool stuff like that, so we kind of wanted to show everyone, you know, what we're about. So we figured for the first episode, there really couldn't be any other car for us to kind of do other than my beloved AE86. For 12 years. It's just been an amazing process, and yeah, we just wanted to kind of show you guys what it's all about. What's up, Scott? Yeah. What's up? You get your shit fixed? Well, that's good. So yeah, a little bit of information about my Toyota Corolla here. It started off as pretty much a fully stock AE86. I mean, I don't know, the story's been all over the internet of how we kind of started with this car. I got it.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think actually you should start with where the car actually started its life, which was in a junkyard.
That's true.
Well, I don't think a lot of people don't hear that story.
No, that's true. So that was a thing. A friend of mine worked at a scrapyard. This was like 13 years ago, probably. I think we were using a Honda Civic for autocross. He was working at the scrapyard and he had this Toyota Corolla, this exact car, this one, came into the wrecking yard. And he called me up and he said, man, I think we got our next car for autocross racing. He's like, this awesome Toyota Corolla, 3-wheel drive. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. Not really knowing anything about the car or anything, we got it and we started autocrossing it, and I literally fell in love with it. It was just an unbelievable car to drive. And around that time, that's when drifting started happening. I don't know what, Dan, probably like 2006,
2007, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 2007. I think we started really seeing drifting, and I started getting into it. I went to a DMCC event, and I fell in love with it. There was a guy there, Ben Alden. He was there with his Corolla, and they were running Weber carbs on it, and I just was like, yeah, that's the way to go. Weber carburetors, it looks awesome, and he was making it happen. So I built my own carburetor setup on my 4AG with like motorcycle carburetors, and it was the worst decision I ever made. It was horrible. I couldn't get the damn thing to run right. It was spraying fuel out the engine. It was ridiculous. And I spent a whole summer trying to figure it out how to make it work, and it didn't happen. So then we came back the next year with a turbo 4AG. At the time, I was pretty young. I was like, I don't know, 22. I knew nothing about tuning or anything. So we said, well, we'll just put a turbo on this motor and just fill it full of fuel. Off boost, the car ran like a piece of crap, but on boost, it was great. So we spent that first year. I think did I get one podium that year? I don't even think I got a podium that first year. It was kind of hit and miss, but there was moments of glory that people were like, well, maybe he's got it. When we came out that second year, guns blazing. I got my first podium, I think, within the second round, and we did really well. But at the end of the year, the last round, we ended up melting a piston in the motor. And that was the first year we melted a piston. So many years, I can't remember the exact details.
So many things.
Anyway, so it all came down to the 4AG just wasn't chopping it anymore. I was like, I need more power. So we switched up to the F20. That seemed to be a really good fit for the car. And we basically just took the little small 16G turbo I had on the 4AG, slapped it on the F20. I got a proper AEM ECU. I narrowly won a championship with this car. That's the kind of sad thing with this car. It's won all over the place, but I've never been able to kind of make enough points to make it. It's been like 5 points off or 2 points off. We've just had weird breaks that just didn't allow us to make it happen. So yeah, and then we got the deal with Scion, and we started running Scion FRSs. So the car was retired. I ended up selling the turbo motor out of it to a friend of mine, Jover, and we put an NA motor back in, NA S2000 motor. We cut the rear clip off, welded a whole new clip onto it, basically ripped all the wiring out, rewired the whole car, added the F20C with an ITV setup on it, repainted everything, kind of brought it back to the same paint job I had back in 2011 where we won at Irwindale. I loved that color. That was always my favorite shade of green on this car.
Nonetheless, we digress here. In terms of parts, I mean, like, you know, because I'm sure everybody always wants to know.
That's true.
What is it? You obviously got this car dialed in over the years.
Yeah. For me personally, I like Technotoy Tuning's parts. So we run the Technotoy Tuning 4-link, all their arms. We run a Techno Toy Tuning rear coilover on the car. I found that suspension seems to soak up bumps very well, and I've got good luck with it. Up front, we run all Techno Toy Tuning lower control arms, inner tie rods, all their products there, but we run an HSD front coilover, which has good adjustability and seems to work well.
When was the last time you weighed this car?
We weighed it a year ago.
Okay.
It just tipped the scales at 2,020 pounds. And I think it might actually be lighter now. I haven't laid it since we've done the ITBs and the rear clip on it now, but we did 2 front end over the winter. So it might be under 2,000 pounds, which for any kind of drift car, any race car at that, under 2,000 pounds, that is a super lightweight car. It's just a super fun car to drive, and let's go hit the track. All right, let's do it.
Do it.
Well, you tried it just for once, found it alright for kicks, but now you find out that it's a habit that sticks and you're on.